Konnective allows schools or sporting clubs or organisations to be able to send out news, events, photos, links, attachments, anything that they need to directly out to members. So that might be parents or even students or members of sporting clubs. So they can send messages and create a private network of people that they can communicate with instantly. And every time they send out a message, the parents or members get a little push notification, just like a text message appearing on their phone, to let them know that there's something for them to have a look at.
For me, the most appealing thing about the app was the ability to be able to communicate very, very easily and quickly with my school community. Instead of relying on children taking home notices, for example, and retrieving them from their bags, instead the information is going directly to parents. And that has made an enormous difference. Without question, it is much easier to communicate with the parents.
Well, I'm a parent myself. I've got 2 young children and they're involved in a lot of different activities. And I found that there was just a lot of information that I needed to keep on top of and a lot of paper notices coming home. And I felt with the technology that was available at the moment that there had to be a better way to be able to communicate and engage with parents. Oh, look, the big advantage for parents is the convenience, is not having to worry about checking a website or to read all the way through the newsletter and look for the things that are relevant to them, is to know that they're getting messages as soon as they're available. And I feel, particularly with my school, that I'm in the loop and that I know what's happening, and I feel much more engaged with the school and with the activities that my children are involved in.
Well, what I really like about the app is that the little reminders pop up on my phone, pretty much like an SMS, so I know straight away that there's something I need to look at and read the information so that I can action it. The other good thing about Konnective is that I do get the information so quickly and it's almost instantaneous really, so I do make sure I really am on top of things and that I'm not lagging behind even a day. It comes up really as I need to know. It's just fabulous because it means that I don't forget things.
The advantages for the school are many. It is just incredibly easy to use. I'm able to send out information to the parents, to the children and to the staff, and also to my school counsellors. For example, earlier this year when the app was really quite new to the school, we had a smaller number of people who had registered to have the app, and my grade 5s and 6s were going to Canberra. Well, the bus headed off and I started receiving photos from the staff who were with the children, and I would send it out to all of the parent community of children in grade 5 and 6. By the time the children returned from camp, I'd say nearly every family had registered with Konnective because of the ease of communication. They were receiving photos of their little cherubs away at camp. They could hear what was happening daily, and we didn't have the large number of families phoning in to find out how their child was going because they felt that they were in the loop. They knew what was happening. We've also found that it is an exceptional tool to be able to circulate information quickly regarding an outbreak of gastro, for example. We've also had our school nurse. She has uploaded links so that parents can access information directly from the Children's Hospital, for example.
The app has been used in ways that we didn't anticipate. One in particular is schools are using it to communicate with staff. So you can set up a private feed just for staff members to be able to receive information. It's nice and secure. And we find that schools are using that to communicate things like teacher absences, or if there's anything going on at school like schedule changes or cancellations. They're finding it a really simple way to get to the staff that are often distributed around the 4 corners of the school, and it can be hard to bring people together during the day. I think the key thing about Konnective is it provides another way to engage with the parent community. It provides a channel that hasn't really been available to them before. So things that are very timely, like reminders or urgent things, can be sent out instantly to parents, but they can also send out photos to really engage the school community about what's happening at school at the moment. So we've seen a lot of schools sending out snippets or photos during the school day, and the parents can actually see exactly what's happening at school at that very moment. So it just hasn't been able to, a lot of schools haven't had that opportunity up until now.
I've been using the app all year actually. My son started prep this year and the app was up and running then, so all year, which is about 10 months worth I suppose. Yeah, it helped me to remember what to do. I'm actually a class rep, so also it's a good reminder for me to let my class know when things are on. And also it's got a wonderful calendar application where if there is an activity that I am going to attend or so forth, I can push on that and it goes straight into my calendar, so I never forget to do things or turn up when I need to turn up.
Konnective was launched just over a year ago, and in that time we've had over 65 schools come on board to use Konnective, and at the moment we have almost 8,000 registered members or parents that are using the app on a regular basis. Konnective is being used by a wide range of different schools. We're working with schools from preschool, kindergartens, primary schools, secondary schools where they're using it to communicate to both parents and students. We're working with a number of specialist schools, special schools, where they find that it's very important to provide a lot of information to parents. And we're working across both regional and metropolitan areas.
It's easy, it's simple, and it embraces our school communities. It keeps us all informed, and it is an absolute bonus. And if you have the opportunity to come on board with Konnective, I would absolutely do so.